Buenos dias, people of the world. Welcome to the Martimus Morning Stuff Show. Morning Stuff with Martimus Show. I came up with that title myself. So you know it's a banger. All right, this is a new segment. New as in we're going to do segments. And the first one is me just going through the morning news at the butt fuck of dawn. I would say I'm going to get demonetized for saying that, but um, we're not monetized, so I guess I don't have to worry about that right now. So yeah, we're just going to go through the news, read the headlines, maybe dig in just a little bit, but not too much, and get an idea of what's going on in the world of combat sports today. So I just go into a browser, click in MMA news, and let's see what comes up. First headline, Jake Paul accepts heavyweight boxing championship call-out. Not MMA. Not even a real fighter. But apparently, what's his name? Dubois? Daniel Dubois? Privately messaged Jake Paul with an opportunity. Basically said, how'd you feel for fighting for a legit title? It's early. And then Jake's like, yeah, let's do it. So honestly, I don't know who Daniel Dubois is. I'm hoping I'm even saying the name correctly. But he's a heavyweight from the UK. And he has a belt. So why not let them fight? Should I look further into Dubois? Let's just take a real quick highlight look, okay, at what this guy does. How good is Daniel Dubois? Let's see if we can find some like clips of him. Bro. Not so far. How good can he be? Just kidding. He could be really good. And I just don't know because I don't follow boxing. Because we get stuff like this right now where champions are calling out YouTubers. Daniel Dubois, oh, he's a big dude. That is a big boy. Born in 1997. So he's pretty young. He was born several years after I graduated high school. So let's see if we could just get like a quick video tip, a video of him. Oh, wait, is this the dude? Is this the dude that beat Anthony Joshua? Because, I mean, that sounds like a legitimate heavyweight. I just want to see like a highlight real quick. But yeah, I think he's the dude that beat Anthony Joshua. And if that's the case, then, you know, not bad, dude. I might get demonetized for this. I don't know. Anyways, dude can hit. Dude can hit. He's a legitimate heavyweight. This is a 12-minute highlight of all of his knockouts, so I'm not going to go through the whole 12 minutes. But I don't know. I've said since the beginning, boxing's getting exactly what boxing deserves. Okay? You F around and you find out. People don't want to fight each other. They want to play games with promoters want to play games, protecting their fighters. Stop it. Next headline. Jake Paul might fight an actual heavyweight. I highly doubt it. I wonder what the rule set would be. I wonder if it would be another sparring match. I don't care. Jorge Masvidal aims for Conor McGregor or Leon Edwards in UFC return fight. Don't come back. You're good. You're 100% good. If you do come back, Conor McGregor or Leon Edwards, fight Leon Edwards. Conor McGregor, either one of them are going to beat, not are going to, either one should beat Jorge Masvidal. Even McGregor being out, excuse me, for as long as he was. And then McGregor beating him, just like, oh, McGregor's back. And no, he's not. So let Leon get his revenge for Sucker Punch, which is kind of, it's Masvidal's thing, right? 2 for 2 that we know of, and who knows how much more. But it's not manly, and it should be, Leon should be given an opportunity to correct that wrong. And when he beats Jorge, then it'll make nothing will have changed, right? If Conor beats him, then it's like, oh, Conor's back. I have to hear a bunch of morons saying stupid stuff. So, yeah, Leon Edwards. And you know what? Who cares? You want to come back? Come back. You can't get enough? Come back and get more. I don't think it affects the overall landscape of MMA, and it's just a fun fight. So let's do it. Give Leon his knockout. In other Jorge Masvidal news, he got married to long-term partner. Good for you, man. That's cool. I like it, like when they keep that stuff on the down low. They just live a normal life and they take care of their family, or are with their family and all that stuff. I don't know if he takes care of his family. I've heard rumors. I don't like to follow that stuff. It's nasty. It's gross. Who cares? Next, Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall. This is what's happening. This is the show you're going to get, because this is the only time that I can actually do anything without affecting anyone in the house. So you get Tom Aspinall confirming negotiations are underway for his UFC return. Please and thank you. Okay. We've had heavyweight debacles before, Ngannou, like all the way back in the day. Emelianenko, Fedor Emelianenko, we couldn't get him. Dana couldn't get him. And then he just withered away, got knocked out by light heavyweights, by middleweights. Dan Henderson. So that was an opportunity lost. I'd hate to see this opportunity lost. Tom Aspinall is the future of the heavyweight division. And so he should be in negotiations for something, right? And it should be for a title. He's the interim title holder. Why are we talking about this? Guys, I'm saying, guys, execs at UFC, don't fumble this bag. You have the future of the heavyweight division in the palm of your hands. Do right by him. Do right by him. Next, UFC 310 loses 2 more fights following main event switch-up. Who fell out of UFC 310 now? Because first it was Belal, and that was like, yeah. So they bumped up Pantoja against Asakura. Asakura is a new guy who's getting a title shot right off the bat. That could be a whole nother video. At the end of the day, long story short, I'm not bad about it. He's a real fighter. Asakura is the real deal, as far as we know. And who else is Pantoja going to fight? So, look, fighters fight, champs fighting champs. I'm not going to complain about that. And then Shavkat and Ian Gary. not the perfect Ian Gary fight. It's like too much of a step up. I think it's like obviously like, well, yeah, of course, Shavkat beat him. He's Shavkat and he's Ian Gary Machado, Machado Gary, whatever. You see what I'm getting at, okay? But oh yeah, Nick Diaz and Vincente Luque fell through, which is a bummer. A lot of people worried about Nick Diaz, and I see why. I saw the video of him burning grass, and it looked like one of those like um, I'm not alleging anything. I've just seen people on illicit drugs in the street doing random stuff like trying to light paper or grass on fire. Um, I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing. I hope he does better than he's been doing. Yeah, sad. Visite Luque also deserves like a real, like a good fight. So let's give it to him. This is a bummer. Tatiana Suarez and Verna Jandiroba. If you don't know who Jandiroba is, it's a lady that looks like Rob Schneider. Um, and then it says that one was scrapped under mysterious circumstances. Dun dun dun. I like it when it's mysterious. All right. Well, that's about. Oh, and then Martin Boudet is out of his fight against Rizvan Kuniev, and I'm okay with that. It's not a. Oh, Talisa Teixeira is out against Luka Spretsky. Not none of these except for Suarez. Suarez needs to get back on the horse because she could be the champ, but she's been crushed with injury after injury, and it's sad to see because she is for real. She could shake things up big time. Martin Boudet could not shake anything up. He could shake up Milkshake. La 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 la. Talcid Teixeira too, though, against Lucas Bretsky. Talcid's a heavy hitter. I think he's like 5-0, 6-0, something like that. Kind of inexperienced but explosive, and uh, the just someone who's needed in that weight division, new blood. So that's a bummer. What's 310 look like now? It's still a decent card. I bet. I know. I don't bet. I know people are gonna poop on it, but it's not that bad. I actually like Pantoja. I know people say like bad stuff about him, but I think he's a good fighter. So Pantoja gets Asakura. That's not that bad to me. Shavkat and Machado Gary. That's a great fight. Cyril Gahn against Alexander Volkov. Is that still happening? Probably. Which is cool. I like both of them dudes. Cyril's kind of boring, but as long as Volkov can keep it standing, then that's going to be interesting. They're going to bang bang. Bryce Mitchell against Kron Gracie. Hey man, it's flat Earth, baby. It's flat Earth going against old school jiu-jitsu. Um, Bryce should win that fight. Do I have you say that? He should win that fight, especially if Kron comes out with the same old school jiu-jitsu that he did not long ago. But we'll see what happens. Bryce should be able to out MMA him. If he tries to out jiu-jitsu him, it could be a problem. MMA, I think he's got that one in the bag. Nate Landwehr against Duho Choi. Not a bad fight. I I don't care for Nate Landwehr. I think it's because a long time ago I bet on him either to lose and then he won, or I bet him to win and then he lost. Something happened, and I was like, dude, fuck Nate Landwehr. But not a bad fighter, pretty exciting, and that fight, bang bang, let's go. Anthony Smith against Dominic Reyes, dude. How are they both ranked number 12? They're both ranked 12. That's interesting. In any case, this is on the UFC website as of 6:06 on Friday morning. So wait, what's today? The 22nd. Okay. So if you're gonna comment it below, please comment below because apparently it helps. But if you're like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, this, bro, this is on the website. And I'm only saying that because I'm scrolling down and then I see Vicente Luque and Nick Diaz still on it's on their website, dude. Not my fault. But we just read that fight's done. So I'm just saying what I'm seeing. If it's not accurate, tell the UFC. Don't tell me. I'm not a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm a dude freezing his ass off in the garage. Okay? Thank you. But Anthony Smith, Dominic Reyes, banger, both over the hill, both past their prime, but both of them. So it's an even fight still. And even if this fight was 4 years ago or now, it's still a decent matchup. Okay, moving on. Randy Brown against Brian Battle. Dude, Brian Battle. Him and his weird chi-chis. He's a problem. And I don't not like Brian Battle. I don't like him for betting because you don't know what's going to happen. He should lose and then he wins. Sometimes he should win and then he loses. I don't know if that's true. I'm just spitballing that one. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. Let's see. Brian Battle, 4 wins by knockout, 6 wins by sub. First 4 first round finishes. That's not easy to say. You try it, asshole. Dude, not bad though. Oh, that's right. And he just beat Kevin Jousset. I didn't bet that card. I ran out of time. Thank God. I thought Jousset was going to kill him, dude. That dude's bad, bro. Oh, and then he lost. Oh, no, he beat Fletcher. And then what happened with him and Lusa? Doesn't say. Anyways, Brian Battles, he's pretty good, dude. And so is Randy Brown. That's a good fight. Movsar Evloev against Aljamain Sterling. This one got knocked down to the prelims. It cracks me up. I don't know why no one, including myself, likes Aljamain Sterling, but we just don't. It is what it is. It's his fighting style. It's the interviews. Some of the things he says. It's like, bro, stop. Alto. But he doesn't stop. He just keeps going. So I kind of feel like he's probably pissed, and I kind of feel like, dude, they're really kind of putting him, I won't say in his place, but dang, prelims for the former champ. And Movsar Evloev, super boring grappler. Super boring. I am not convinced that this is a fun fight to have. But I see its importance. Evloev's 18-0. He's undefeated. And they're both coming off wins. They're both the same height. I mean, a lot of it virtually identical. If you get that, you get that. If you don't, you don't. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders, still like kind of the same as Smith and Reyes. They're both like kind of at the same stage of their career. The difference is I think Smith and Reyes is going to be a banger, and this is going to be a snoozer. This is going to be a boring fight. I'm not excited about this, but that's why it's early on it's in the prelims, and that's fine. Michael Chiesa and Max Griffin, awesome fight. not awesome, but good fight. Good fight. Clay Guida, Chase Hooper, fun fight. Cody Durden, Joshua Van. Dude, as long as Joshua does what Joshua can do, I'm in. That'll be a good one. That dude's got hands. If you haven't seen him, he's got hands, bro. He can bang. So, not too bad. UFC 310 is still a pretty solid card, even though it's lost multiple fights, including its main event. And that one is a bummer, though. I did want to see Belal take on Shavkat like right off the bat, and now we don't get to see that. So it is what it is. What else is in the news? Let's see. Michael Chandler says first round injury affected performance against Charles Oliveira. Michael Chandler, I've been a Michael Chandler fan. I hear what he says. I see like what he does. Like, you know, when you adopt kids because you care about people and you want to be a family and all that stuff, those are all pluses in my game. When it shows consistently that you cheat during the fight, that you make up excuses after, then it gets kind of like, do I like you? And right now I'm leaning towards kind of no. Like it's bad enough to be not a good guy. It's worse to pretend that you're a good guy and not be. I know that's not like super poetic or anything, but it's all true. That's how I feel. So, says first round injury affected performance. I'm not going to give that the time of day. Moving on. Henry Cejudo says predictable Colby Covington could get stopped by Joaquin Buckley. Let's hope so, because I don't care for Buckley, because he allowed him out too. He allowed him out too. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But he's not nearly as bad as Covington. It would just, you know, we'll just say whatever, just to say whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Moving on. Somebody wants to fight in Senegal. Oh, at one. Are we going to talk about one championship? Heavyweights in one? Let's not. Jury begins deliberations on MMA fighter alleged rape case. Who's this? Oh, Conor. This was Conor. They have a picture of him and he looks like this. That look like when you know you messed up and you're like, fuck. Like this can't be good. So, yeah, they're picking out. That thing is going to the whole to the whole lawsuit and everything. Whoa, is that the girl? Wow. You know what? I'm not gonna make any judgments or anything. I'm not gonna say anything about anyone because I don't know. So I will see that. I will just say that that's happening. And if he did rape her, I'm not supposed to say that. If he did SA her, then I hope he gets what's coming to him. Simple as that. Gable Stevenson sees path to MMA after training with John Jones. Bro, you think? You think? That dude's a hardcore wrestler representing USA. So, yeah. And if you're a heavyweight that can wrestle, guess what? Immediately in the top 15. Immediately in the top 15. If you're a wrestler, a real wrestler with heavyweight size, you're on, bro. Let's go. He's 24. He is 24. Whoa. All right. He's making his debut Sunday. Oh, for what? For wrestling? Okay. Cool. Dude, if he trains there too, Jackson Wink or Jackson, I don't know if it's Jackson Wink anymore. Anyways, if he does it, like, dang, bro, train there. If you're gonna train, you might as well train there. Got the best dude in the world. Although, who knows how much John is actually training there and how much time John would actually spend with him. Sometimes champions are hard to. You'll be there for them, but for them to be there for you, it's different. So, who knows? Who knows? Um, MMAX, whatever that is. MMAX. Oh, maybe like Twitter, like some Twitter thing. Let's see. Reacts as John Jones allegedly unfollows Kamala Harris after backlash from Donald Trump supporters. Oh. Oh, because he was doing the little Trumpy dance, but then he followed Kamala Harris. Moving on. I'm looking for stuff that's like interesting. There's nothing interesting here. This is why we get like clickbaity, like this just in, breaking news. And it's like a little it's like one extra sentence in a story that's already been told, like, oh yeah, here's an update, comma, colon, exclamation point, period. And at the end of the day, it's like, dude, nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. Let's see. Female UFC star Misha Tate calls out America's crappy maternity leave policy favor to fund billion-dollar baby formula industry. Moving on. I don't I don't even know what that I don't know. Let's just stick with like MMA related news, not news about what MMA people say. Fair enough? Let's do that for right now. Fans outraged over Michael Chandler's delusional denial of alleged back of the head shots against Charles Oliver. He hit him in the back of the head. He grabbed the cage. He grabbed gloves, the inside of the gloves. He did all that stuff. He's a cheater. Michael Chandler is a cheater, and we should have given it more credence when Dustin Poirier called him out, because I think Dustin Poirier is a stand-up guy. I would imagine so. But I thought the same thing about Michael Chandler too. So maybe I'm wrong. But time will tell, and time's telling that he's a cheater. And he was blatantly cheating. You grab the inside of the gloves. No, that makes sense. I thought like the last time they fought, Oliveira got his back multiple times and couldn't finish him. And a few people, like he gives up his back and he's hard to finish, but he's grabbing the gloves. He's grabbing the inside of the gloves. That's hard to finish someone like that. So, I mean, who knows? No, we know. What does that mean? Who knows? We know. He's a fucking cheater. And now it's hard to say that he's a good guy, a good fighter, a championship, a title challenger, contender, whatever. Moving on. Muhammad Mokayev's first fight since UFC departure announced. Okay, so Muhammad Mokayev's fighting again. I'm not sure if there's anything else you need to know about that. Go ahead and take a look. Look it up. He's fighting a guy named Biko or something like that. Does that make you more interested? I didn't think so. Moving on. Let's see. I'm looking for good ones. And you can imagine how bad they are considering the other stuff that I read. Like that stuff made it, but this stuff isn't making it. So that tells you. It's just a bunch of other random stuff. Weigh-ins. It's early. Leave me alone. So, UFC Fight Night in China. It's 6:20 on Friday. The weigh-ins are already done because they're in China. They're in Macau. I'm assuming that's China. I thought it was China, but it doesn't sound Chinese. That's not racist. That's just ignorance. Okay? I'm ignorant. What kind of idiot starts a live stream test at 6 in the morning? Well, you just answered your question, didn't you? The answer was inside the question. But let's see. Official weigh-ins. Who's looking like what? Oh, I got a little video there. Tabitha Ritchie doing her thing. Let's see. Pedion 135 and a half, Figueiredo 135. Yan Xiaonan 116, Tabitha Ritchie 115. Let's just scan real quick. I don't see anybody missing weight yet. Huh. That's interesting that nobody missed weight. I find that interesting mostly because when you have to travel that far, you would think that there would be a couple of weight misses, but maybe because the timing is so off that it was like easier for them to cut weight, or they had better facilities there, which I would find hard to imagine, to be honest with you. Or maybe they're just like, look, we're in China, everybody's making weight, we're just going to put on fights. In which case, honestly, I'm kind of good with. And this fight night, it's not bad. Yan versus Figueiredo, that's a fight night worthy main event. That fight could be on pay-per-view, and people would be stoked about it. Zhao Nan and Richie, that's actually a good fight too. Song Kanan and Salikov, that's actually a decent fight. Wayne Kong, that bitch is fucking beast. She's a beast. Gabriela Fernandez, I don't know. But it's okay. Because Wayne Kong is a beast. Volkan Oezdemir against Carlos Ulberg. It's fucking Volkan. What happened to that guy? He got vulcanized. Sorry. I know. There's a couple other fights on here that. Yeah, that's about it, actually. That's about it. But, dude, not a bad card. It's free. You can watch it anytime because it'll be on demand by the time you wake up. Because prelims start at 3 in the morning. You heard me? Prelims start at 3 in the morning. 300 Pacific time. I think that's Pacific time. Let's see. It could be Eastern time. Yeah. 3 a.m. Pacific. I might do a live stream just to test things out, see how it goes. But there you go. Everybody made weight in Macau, and I haven't watched it. I think it's interesting, and if there's a conspiracy about it, I'm sure the guru will let you know. I'm just reading headlines here. honestly, it looks like that's about it for like decent headlines. I think we're going to stop it here. But if you have other things that you've heard, you know, comment below, put it in the chats and all that stuff. And I hear that's good for algorithms and whatnot. And so, you know, if there's anything that you want to say, if there's any news that you think should be highlighted, let me know. Free agent Lorenz Larkin weighs his options. Is a UFC comeback in sight? Don't do it, Lorenz. I saw Lorenz a couple weeks ago, and everybody cuts weight, but to get back to welterweight, it seems like he's not um, ready to do that right now. I don't know. He's not ready to do it in the UFC. I don't think he's. I don't think he's in the books for a UFC comeback. He's a solid fighter too, but UFC's it's moved on. They're they're bigger now. The fighters, I mean, and welterweight, nah. But hopefully Lorenz gets some work. It's hard these days, right? All right, guys. Dude, Conor self-destructed. Joe Rogan underlines sad reality Conor McGregor is facing as doubts on UFC return cast a shadow. Dude, I don't really think he's going to come back. And if he does, it's not going to be the same. I'm telling you guys that for a while. The Conor that you want no longer exists. It is what it is. You can't, you have to be all in at that level. You have to be all in very consistently. And if you're taking time off, you can't be doing Conor stuff. Not an accusation, an observation. I would be doing insane stuff too if I had $1 million, much less several $100 million. So, yeah, I get it. There's a good chance Conor's not going to come back, and it's okay. We got the best that we were going to get out of Conor. He gave us what he could for as long as he could, and now it's time for someone else to. Everybody has their time. Not everybody, you know what I mean? Not everybody has their time. Like, people get their time. And that was his, and he gave it to us. And whether you loved him or hate him, I don't like him. But either way, he did some amazing stuff, and now it's done now. It's done. And yeah, that's cool. Oh, one other thing. Rashad Evans and Rampage Jackson. Boxing match in 2025. Stop boxing. If you don't know how to box, stop boxing. Stop. What is this boxing shit? It's easier. It is. It's easier. Plain and simple. It doesn't make boxers less athletic or less tough or anything like that, but it just, as long as we can all recognize people want to box because it's easier than MMA fighting, then I think we can have an honest conversation about that. Okay. But Rashad and Rampage, wasn't Rampage supposed to box Shannon Briggs? Which is enough. Okay. And now Rashad. I know, guys, let's do boxing. Stop it. Fighters fight. Boxers box. And when they don't do that anymore, retire. Go play terrible golf like Daniel. Okay? Or something else, dude. Please. It's ridiculous. I hope most of us could see, like, it's ridiculous. Boxing self-destructed. And then some asshole came along and resurrected it by challenging a bunch of people who don't box to box him. And now everybody, it's like the new fad. And let's not slap each other. Slap the shit out of each other. Okay. That's about, it makes the same amount of sense. And at least this time we know someone's going to get hit. Simple as that. All right, friends. Well, this has been Morning Stuff with Martimus, episode 1. And I didn't even know how to make it go live. It was supposed to be live, and then it was 5 in the morning. I couldn't figure it out. So I recorded it, and then I'm going to post it, and we'll see what happens. If you made it this far, get a life. All right. I'm out. Have a great day. Do something worth talking about, worth doing, right? And we'll catch you on the next one. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like, if I wake up, I can't go to sleep, then I'll do like a live thing too with that, if I can figure out how to use my equipment. All right. Deuces.